What's up, you guys? Rasati out here in Singapore, and it is Sunday morning. We're chilling. We're sitting in bed still. I was gonna do this like late last night, but I was like, nah, kind of tired. I'm not sure if the words come out right. We'll just save it for the morning. So here I am, and as baby girl's kind of curled up in my lap here, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about being present. Oh, we talk about it all day long, right? Don't live in the past. Stop reimagining all your worst fears, blah blah blah, and don't worry about the future. You can't affect it yet. You gotta be here. It's the golden present. You gotta be here. And something that I've tried to do whenever I'm with people is to show them that I am present. Present for me is not necessarily a time or a place. It's kind of like a state of being. To be present. To be present to me means that I am right here with you, that I am focused and listening, that I am able to fully commit to being in front of you, to being in your presence. It's the same thing we'd do if we had a guru in front of us. You really focus on the guru, or if we had an elder that you hadn't seen in a long time, you're fully present. It's funny how, in certain situations you really commit. And actually, in most situations, you don't. We're kind of distracted. We have a phone in our hands like I do right now. We have a million things running through our brains. We have lists we're trying to check off. We're trying to, do 10,000 things at the same time. Mostly because we've been taught to multitask. But to be present, to really be present, it can really make or break people. And honestly, it's more make than break. Make or break is a term, right? But it's usually make. You can really make a person. You can help them through some things. I have been saved. I mean, like, people, random strangers have saved my life on more than one occasion just by being present. They really listened. They listened with their eyes. How do you listen with your eyes? They connected. They made complete eye contact. They heard all you had to say. They hummed and hawed in all the right places. They mirrored. Mirror is a great technique. Mirroring is to repeat 1 to 3 words throughout the conversation of what the other person just said to show that they really, really listened. It's active listening, right? But honestly, some of the best moments in my life have been spent one-on-one with someone where we were really in tune with each other, really listening, really speaking about things that mattered, things that maybe possibly have been on our minds for like forever, discussing your greatest hopes, your biggest dreams, the ones that sound completely crazy. This is why you don't tell everybody, right? The ones that are a little out there, little fantastical, like, rainbow color unicorns and griffins and I don't know, all those fantastical creatures. The ones that are just so huge that you actually just, you know what, here goes, shit, I'm gonna tell you the whole damn idea. Not just one aspect of it. I'm not gonna test it out at you, I'm just gonna throw it out there and see what sticks. And usually, if they're really listening, they find a couple of aspects that they identify with and they understand, yo, you know what? You should try this. You could talk to this person. And I mean, we could film it right here. And yeah, being present has saved my life a lot. Being present is pure love. Pure love. You sit there and you listen with your eyes and you focus on what it is they're saying. And you immediately start thinking about how you could help them get this thing off the ground. How you could help them build that foundation for this castle in the sky. You immediately think of all the ways, you 6 degrees of separation. How do you connect them to all that they would need to get their dreams done? I do this. I love this. This part is my favorite. It's like the dream giver. Ogmandina, right? Anyway, love this. Really, really appreciate this. But not many people know how to do this. And not many people have experienced this. You can only do what you know, right? And if you haven't ever experienced it, how could you ever possibly want to give it to somebody? How do you pay it forward? How do you show them? It's really important though. It is the reason I counsel. Because then I get to be present for so many people. I hear you, I see you. When I'm live on Instagram, right, I'm not physically in anyone's presence, but I do pay attention when people come on board. Especially if I know you already, I really try my best to mention, hey, how are you? I see you. I see your name popped up on you. Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. And if you ask a question, absolutely, I'm going to accommodate the best I can, read the question, see if I can't answer the question, or ask for more details if I don't know exactly what it is that you're talking about. And I will do my best to show you that I see you. Because in my experience, miraculous things happen in the other person's life when they feel like they have been seen, they have been noticed, they have been appreciated. And it doesn't even have to be for very long. Let me give you an example. I might be sitting in my room, like, banging away at the computer, trying to sort out some things, write blogs, build websites, whatever. And baby girl will run inside the room and be like, she has a question, right? She went, Ma, I have a question. You're like, oh, what? And she'll ask you this like random question, has nothing to do with nothing. And you're looking at her like, you ran all the way in here and stopped my train of thought for that? Really? And you send her on her way. And she'll come back in another 5 seconds. Ma. Did you know? Oh my God, I saw this and Cupcake and Dino said this. And I'm thinking, what does that matter to me? Don't tell me, I don't care. Just go watch your TV. It's okay. And then another 5 seconds. Ma. And you know what? It took me a while to realize that when she does that, all I really need to do is pay good attention. Be present for about 10 minutes, and she'll get tired of me and go back and won't bother me again for a couple hours. They just want to be seen. They just want to be important. And it's because you're in one room and they're in another, or you're focusing on one thing and they're focusing on something else, and they just want to make sure, hey, you remember me, right? I'm right here, right? You see me, right? You love me, right? That's all they want. And you know what? It's okay when it's a kid. How come it's not okay when it's an adult? When it's an adult, you're like, oh my God, you're nagging me. Why are you always in my face? What do you want? Let me be. But honestly, they just want the connection. They want the connection. This is why I teach about this concept that Tony Robbins has, which is the 6 human needs. And they really, really do work. I mean, some people really need to be connected above all else. They need that love and connection. And some people really need to feel important above everything else. They need to come first, y'all. Why? Because so many times in their life, at some point, they were taught that they weren't all that important. So they need the importance they need. Actually, a lot of those bullying popular kids at school usually have a really tough home life. Really tough. And so they lord it over everyone when they get this status thing, right? Anyway, there are so many things that people need. Some people need to know exactly what's going to happen from the minute you wake up until the minute you go to sleep. You know exactly. And then this minute and then that minute, and you have like 20 minutes to do this and 30 minutes to do that. And oh my God, the schedule. You need the schedule. Stick to the schedule. I get it. I don't like the schedule. Because somehow, hook or by crook, I will screw up the schedule. I will have to rearrange it. So for me, I need that ability to be fluid. I need the variety. Because if something happens and throws this off, and the rest of my life or the rest of my days depending on the one thing to go right at the one time in the one time frame, oh, I'm screwed. Oh, this is where brown people timing is the answer, actually. Not the excuse, it's the answer. But I've learned that being present, God, it can mean so much to people, and how they blossom and how they open up and how it saves the rest of their day sometimes if you just be present with them. It doesn't take very long. It doesn't. My clients will call me and they'll be like, oh my God, you know what? Do you have 5 minutes to talk? And I'm thinking, let me clear some time because it's not going to be no 5 minutes. Who the hell are you trying to kid? And I will. The other night I had a young lady call and she messaged, she was like, you have 5 minutes? I'm thinking, I know what's going on in your life. You've kept me up to date and I know there's some shit going down. I know you need to vent. I know you need to be heard for a moment. You know what? Okay. Guess what? 5 minutes was an hour. And that hour was at midnight after a very long day for me. But you know what? It helped me a lot. It helped me be grateful. I heard some things that I have lived through before. And I heard some stories about a group of people, and I could put myself into every one of their shoes because I've been in those shoes before. And the saving grace of being present for her, it meant that she could go to sleep with a clear heart and clear conscience, knowing what she could do, what was possible for her to do to move on through this particular situation. And for me, I went to bed with a grateful heart that I had learned to distance myself from chaos when necessary. I have learned to walk straight through it to the eye of the storm when necessary. I know what I need to do for me. I no longer really have to call anyone. My toolkit is almost complete. And I'm good. I know what to do. I know how to behave. I know how to move through my feelings. Not like speed past, no fast forwarding, but to manage and stay anchored and not get blown away. So, sometimes being present for 10 minutes, 20 minutes max, can mean the difference between, you know what, no one listens to me, I'm gonna go this way. And God, you know what, I didn't expect for them to really listen, and they listened. And now that they listened, I feel like, okay, there's a chance, there's a glimmer of hope, I could do this, I could work through this. It's not as bad as it seems. I could face it, and the wolf, the fear, it gets smaller. And that is the purpose of being present. Yeah, people say the present is a gift. Great, okay. But to be present, God, that's a blessing. And I hope none of us take it for granted, because every one of us, if we're really being honest, have been saved by someone else being present when you needed it the most. You got questions, concerns, you want to reminisce a little bit and drop me a memory of yours? Drop it in the comments, please, by all means. You need me to be present for you? Message me. Let's talk. All right, you guys, until the next time, I love you. Bye.